even head-to-heads between these teams. See the odds there as well. They're going to lean in favor of forZe. Would you say that's kind of accurate? Are you looking at a forZe win here? How are you feeling?
They're always favourites when they play each other online, and forZe always come out with or not always, but more often than not come out with a dub. I think it was pretty heavy-handed to forZe. I think there's definitely an argument to be made that GamerLegion, could come in well prepped to this matchup, given that it's one that they've played many times. At the same time, I'm always a Jerry stan. I'm always hyped to see this guy, bring up these young guns. Yes, they often get sniped away from him. Sheikh Zula-esque, you could argue, or whatever, but he's had time.
Have you ever seen Jerry and Sheikh Zula in the same room?
I haven't. Technically, you've made a compelling point there. Oh, kenzie, that's a compelling pistol pick. Up top mid, flashed in for more, but Zero's gone from the round in an instant. Here on Mirage, you called it a handshake map. I couldn't agree more. Very standard. Smoking the connector. kenzie's going to try and look for the gap. Rusty's jumped up, but he's denied. kenzie's looking clean right now as GamerLegion set their sights into short.
Oh, they have dealt with kenzie. Shalfie and Norway over here towards B. Two of the newer faces both going to get churned up. Still, they get a couple. They take a couple to the grave with them. Going to be left onto Isaac in the 1v2.
Are his eyes bigger than his sack, Harry? We'll have to find out. Oh, spotted by Jerry. He might have to go for the bomb here. He's got plenty of time at least, looking for that second man who's milling about in middle right now. And they're going to reset and group up. I love this for forZe. Knowing this bomb is super far away, they saw he didn't have it in that quick peek, and so they know that they've got time to set up elsewhere. Isaac's so scared of fights that aren't appearing right now. And this is LAN CS. No jumping the gun, no rushing them down. There's a different level of pressure in a round like this when your opponents are mere meters away from you. A fake out, he's still scared of apartments. Might jump spot it. But Jerry is nowhere to be seen. And the longer that goes on, the more forZe have to consider that he could have gotten weird with it as well. But throwing in util, now sticking the bomb, forZe grouping up. They've not got a kit, and they've got to clutch it out in a 2-on-1. Oh, okay, that'll do.
Yeah, pretty clean, pretty immediate for Zorti. And forZe going to grab themselves the pistol here. Getting off to a good start. Over the course of 2020 and 2021, we spoke with Jerry a reasonably good deal, right? And, he's not afraid to be a veteran gamer, is Jerry. Right, he has like a little kind of gaming cave, and he was still making loads of notes, but it does feel nice seeing him back on LAN.
Yeah. Looking at some of the pieces of his pie in Norway, right, 21 years of age. His previous team prior to this was Singularity. He was playing with Guardian and Seized back in that team for just a little bit. So that's always a funny note.
Wow.
Yeah, what a roster, eh? Some experienced members trying to bring up some young guns. We always love it. Little B pop here for GamerLegion. They're running it out.
Yeah, Norway having a drop away. Oh, just going to get run down by the Galil, by the MAC-10s, churning through them. Kind of a rough B hold, really. Wasn't a whole lot of excitement there for forZe. And even more aggression coming out onto Jerry, who's kind of wrecked by the MAC-10. kenzie. 1 versus 4, turned 1-on-3, and he's already wrote this one off. Look at him get out of there. GamerLegion with a little B pop. Look like they found a nice formula there. And honestly, it got kind of ugly there in the hold, right? You had like, it just felt like forZe really weren't ready for that kind of pace to come through. We're going to have to see some sort of adjustments. It didn't really feel like the B players could play off of one another very well with how they were positioned. And I mean, a lot of that comes down to the pace the GamerLegion set. But it's something I'm going to keep a keen eye on as this develops, as this continues.
Very scrimmy round, but when you get away with it, it feels so good. Like, there's a smoke in the way, there's an A1S holding the smoke, and then the first flashbang is so good that forZe lose all info immediately, and they just get 5-man rush down. I like that for GamerLegion. No, bait walking around, lurking lower. Everyone's in together, everyone's committed. So let's see, back into the next round. I am behind the boxes, and GamerLegion Grouping B, there is that little lurker out top mid, but knowing that forZe have less to work with now, frees up a player. He can cut down, cat rotate, they don't need to worry about that. And right now there's only one man in B. Kenzie's creeping into the bomb site. Make that 2 now, Norway close. 5-7, there's been a lot of talk about it at this event. The latest hot topic, the latest broken gun, some say. We'll see. Norway waiting and gets run down by the MAC-10. Kenzie cleaned out from right side sight, and GamerLegion win the round as quick as that. forZe have to go and save. Chalfie's teammates have already begun to do so. Oh, nice shot, but it's not going to change much.
Yeah, already the kind of prerogative is just to abuse this B play, right? To try and abuse this B side of the map. So forZe will need answers. Jerry might just die to top mid and have a very uneventful round. He was hoping he could scavenge a gun, catch players leaving the site, right? Get posted in ladder room, maybe they come running past you, and then you're upgrading yourself onto some sort of weapon in the next, but that never materializes. And so GamerLegion in with a second now. Gonna get the conversion now, just have to break through these saved, pistol armor and scout investment from forZe. So a nice start for GamerLegion, as it looks like they're going to convert all of these.
Yeah, just another eeky-beaky here on the CT side. Clean game plan right now, just abusing that B bomb site at the moment, maybe trying to jump on some of these less experienced LAN players that forZe have. Fast up catwalk. I love these opening round calls for GamerLegion. Very quick mid take. No one there to stop them with forZe only having a scout in their repertoire. But they do stack B. 4 here. Where did GamerLegion go? A. Psych. Just Jerry and Con with a P2. GamerLegion behind the smoke. forZe begin to rotate. They do know what's going on. It's very quiet at B right now. Jerry's made the call, but he should be dead here immediately. Hits the headshot first bullet, followed up onto by Rusty and Zero, cutting off CT rotate. Easy done, as they are eco rounds. Just sorted with a scout, can go cat if you want an exit, but ultimately won't be winning this round. GamerLegion, despite losing the pistol, full control of this map right now.
Yeah, next round's going to be like the true test, really. Thus far they've had a very easy time of it, all with the exception of that second round. But I think even then, the circumstances of the B hold almost made it easier, with players really caught out of position, not set up yet. So, they've been on easy street. This is where you're hoping it gets a little bit harder, right? Gonna have a... They really want to take this scout out of play, and Zorti just dancing around the screen with his crosshair while he's scoped on up. It's sickening when the scout's doing that. Feels like it's just too fast for my eyes. So now we're going to get that reinvestment. GamerLegion 3-1. And I mean, if they're able to win this first rifle round, it's just such a boost, really. Like normally it means you're going 5-1 up before there's any real resistance out of forZe. So let's see if they're able to get this round over the line. Once again, leaning back into a B play. I like this, right? They kind of went and leant towards A in the round prior, just to remind forZe that that's a possibility, and now they go back to these B hits that were working since the second round. Oh. Jerry dead immediately, and this B bomb site causing more problems for forZe. Kenzie's come rotating in, nice. And that double is going to spur you on to give this round a go. If he doesn't get that, forZe might have been saving. But now they're in with a chance to retake. Ara has just left the wrap round as Shelfie moves on in.
He's gonna die. Oh no! Think will finish the job. Era couldn't tuck for long even if he wanted to. I'm will get shot down from the market player, and Isaac sits in the middle of the site. It's a very weird spot. It might go unchecked, unaccounted for, and now he's in the 1v1 to close the round. GamerLegion find a fourth, and this B site is their palace right now. There is no dethroning these T's. Shut down again. Very nice try for forZe. 3-on-5 in the first few seconds as both Jerry and Norway fell on this B bomb site. Kenzie tried his best, and even the flank was well timed, but a clutch out with a clock against forZe. That will be all GamerLegion need. Broken money now for forZe. And we've just got Deagles and an MP9. Boost up for Shalfie, going to get him on the shelf. And a default round now. It's about time for GamerLegion up against the half buy, knowing that forZe have a bit more to play with than the typical eco. So they're going to spread thin, make sure every side is covered.
I kind of hope they just keep repeating this till it stops working.
Yeah.
You know, hit B in the rifle rounds, go back to more slow, default-y play when you're only up against the pistols, right? It's constantly kind of making forZe concerned that at any moment, you know, these B-pops, you're kind of telling yourself, oh, they don't do that again, right? They've just established the fact that they can default, that they can go for these AXX. And I mean, even now, GamerLegion are grouping to go back into a B play. Jerry's got that info, though. He's pushed through A ramp. So at this point in time, forZe know that this isn't looking like an A play. And that kind of leaves GamerLegion's best mate, the B bomb site, as the only one, the object of their desire. And Molly forces the MP9 out into the open and almost into the short players. There's a third Molly to heat things up. And with Isaac dropping in, the apartment's flanked for Jerry, sees a leg, but is only able to tickle the bomb planter. Kenzie now alone with this Deeg. He does get the AK, but can't get a shot off in time. And so GamerLegion arrive at that 5-1 scoreline that was promised.
Comms are very clean right now. Poor Shalfie, he got triple mollied in that round. It felt like he was given a chance to escape when both players weren't shooting. Neither had their gun out. One tucked for cover and one pulling a molly when he was forced off balcony. He wants to go car, it's cut off. Then he goes default, then molly again. Like, he just got cooked that round. Still, GamerLegion, they clean up another B play. They're going to try and get different this time. forZe haven't fallen for going for a B stack in this round. They've just left Norway there. And so GamerLegion popping Palace into a stacked bomb site. Orp in the window. Flash does blind Isaac. There's a player below him. Oh, caught in the ladder. Kenzie only gets one, though, and might be enough with players surrounding the bomb site. Shalfie over the stairs. Doubles up with that bomb dropped down below. There's no chance back in here for GamerLegion. Back to the B bomb site with you, as IAM is left in the clutch.
And he's going to have to battle his way into this one if he wants to have a chance of winning it right. forZe all playing around the bomb. Oh, almost catches the timing on the CT jump up, but now they know where he is, and that info, they go both ways. It's kind of a world of unknowns for this guy. Doesn't know where the third player is and has now seen him up in Palace. There's the closer. Shalfie with the swing, gonna lock it in with the AWP, and so forZe will arrive with a second round eventually. It takes them a little while, but now the ball is well and truly rolling.
Yeah, and now you're in the awkward part where you go, all right, we've won every B round, we've lost our only A round, and so forZe really should be leaning towards that B bomb side. They didn't in this round. A very ballsy call for Jerry to just leave that solo player there. And they're going to do it again. forZe are stacking up, taking ramp back early. GamerLegion leaning mid. Default early with one player up in B. It's going to leave them that fallback route if they want.
IAM could actually get an angle in towards Palace, right? Playing on top of the boxes. They've actually just abandoned this double Palace hold, leaving Jerry there alone. And in theory, this should free up players to rotate over towards B. That's often the case, right? Once you kind of take Palace or you take ramp, it's with the goal, with the objective of having a player float around and be able to rotate away, knowing that you've got like that element of surprise over towards the A side of the map. You've got forward information, you've got the ability to peek out late, deny bomb plants from an angle that GamerLegion shouldn't really be ready for. And yet still, forZe haven't actually rotated anyone else over towards B. We finally have a second man joining the ranks, but that still feels pretty weak considering all the info that Jerry has. He's not just taken Palace, he's fully pushed through. And so they know it has to be B, and yet there's still only 2 players here. Luckily, they're going to hold the line. They're going to win a fight apiece and holds on. Norway with a double. Oh, can't quite make it the third as Era drops into his crosshair. But it's still a very unlikely round, a rough spot to be in, and they chase him down to close it.
Yeah, setup was good though. Norway wasn't offering up a B pick. Shalfie got that info and even hit the leg shot. So Norway was set up pretty well there to shut down 3 players coming out of the B apartments. And yeah, you know, delay on the rotate luckily doesn't hold forZe back from shutting out a B round. And GamerLegion back to the drawing board as problems arise in the last couple. Even seeing double orbs get brought out for forZe at CT Mirage, it's the perfect place to run them. And they've had no hesitation in doing so. But Zorti, I mean, this is a guy who you really want to keep your eyes on. A very, very powerful AWP player. And, you know, we always said, when you lose a really, really good AWPer, you always think, man, how are they going to recover? How are they going to, you know, make up for that? I think there are some good examples of even teams in this tournament back in the Americas region who had to deal with that same, you know, problem. For example, like Payne losing Safe. And we were thinking, man, they're screwed. And then they bring in a new guy and he's not better, but looking just as good, you know, in his debut few games. So Zorti, I think, is an example of that. Very, very good player.
I mean, dude, when they made the decision to swap Z-Power out and to bring someone else in, like Z-Power was such a good CT side AWPer, and so immediately the kind of question around Zorti was like okay, this was like something that you've kind of decided to do to bring a new AWP into the mix. You know, why is that? Was kind of the immediate question. A lot of people looked at Z-Power as like one of the standout individuals on this team.
Yeah.
But honestly, I actually have liked the change since it happened.
Sure.
I think Z-Power's biggest problem was lack of presence with a T-side AWP. CT side, he was so dependable. He could put up like 20+ kills in a half and you wouldn't even bat an eyelid. But the moment you would swap over into like a T-half, he would just struggle to get impact. And that's not really as big of an issue for Zorti. It feels like he kind of looks like more of a complete AWPer, I would say. And considering there definitely were expectations on him, I think he's done well to kind of meet those expectations.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if that applies the same to LAN here as well. Obviously, you've yet to see him be brought into the fray with this awful Shalfie last round on that B site. He's just running pistols. So we'll wait and see. Now Jerry getting hyped up. forZe waking up on this CT side of Mirage. Tack timeout off the back of the tech as GamerLegion want to make sure everything is in tip-top shape. And a rebuy coming as well. Only one orb got saved, so Shalfie won't be able to run that one in this round, but that's fine. No T-orb either for GamerLegion, keeping it clean on the rifles. Shalfie, oh, it looked like he wanted to make the jump, but no, he had double window presence, so running under. Kenzie gets that opening kill, and GamerLegion don't know about this dropped-in lower player. Rusty's got to keep his wits about him. Kenzie covering for Shalfie is pushed up top middle instead, and he's cleared this position. That might have been heard. Isaac's in spawn, he's going to come back and check it. Rusty coming in from lower as well, mollied for a moment. Bomb is leaving A, but only to throw a window smoke. Should probably be regressing back to Ramble Palace side. But if they want B, they need to help out Era. He's out top mid right now. It might just be that triple mid take, and forZe still want to fight for it. Still got Shalfie milling about the window side. There's the window smoke coming in very late. But finally, as the second molly fades from under, GamerLegion can take that control at the 45-second mark, setting up for an A split.
Look at Norway go, man. This is so much info for forZe, and if his timing's good, right, he's going pretty quickly. He's not really stopped at any point in this flank, so he's got good timing. Oh, he's just missed it as they sneak through the connector. He can at least warn his teammates and still come in on this wraparound. The timing is good, and so there's the closer. He does net a kill from it. Jerry with a double, steals away the other two, but Norway at least gets some sort of compensation from that wraparound.
Yeah, even if it's not just kills, it's info, right? It's knowing that, okay, it's not the apartment, even if it is a B play, they have to be fully up cat, and the second you see like a ramp player in that round or a palace swing, you know where it's going. forZe win all the fights on A except one, and yeah, they're getting loud now as they start to build into this game. As soon as GamerLegion stopped just going for these B set pieces, they've had trouble. Ramp, pop, flash, setup, perhaps a bit of a fake out here as we have 4 players in apartments. So he's floating on the CT side, can replenish util anywhere. Get out early so you're not filling with nades in the late round. Want that orb to be primed, and it is towards ramp. Oh, the temptation's always there to walk that smoke timing. Maui Snake would have, would you?
Well, IAM doesn't want to throw, so he's just going to wait for that to fade.
Funnily enough, it would have worked. No one was on van.
Oh, wait, this is a good position to just get one, drop on down. Very, very hard for these pistols to clear. Very, very hard for them to deal with it. You know, even though it's some damage exchanged either way, Norway's still looking in better shape than the other guy. Molly's slowing down GamerLegion, and eventually they've kind of just got to hit the go button. Once again, forZe, I think they've been pretty respectful in terms of rotations here, right? Keeping a triple A side lean. GamerLegion sneaking up and getting given a lot of room with no one on short peeking. Sharpie's going to be coming back in late, and he just catches them dropping out. There was a world of timings that could have been missed there, and luckily enough, he kind of finds the little gap to play into the round. Shalfie with a double, can't stop the bomb plant, but trapped in the site. It is the binding of Isaac as he's stuck in, trapped by the util, trapped by the short player. And so even though they get the plant, it's still a 5th round for forZe.
Yeah, I agree with your calls about the rotates, but right now, since they've figured out how these B plays are going down for GamerLegion, they've not had any problem stopping it with just 2 players in the bomb site. Obviously, the money's been pretty low in these last couple of B hits for GamerLegion, but now we have a 4-buy, we have everything, we have the potential of a T-side AWP as well, and Zorti's not really needed to pop off, so you know, maybe they just stick back to flat rifles, but the option is there at least for GamerLegion. Definitely some scary timings in the B side. Nice dig as well for Rusty. The veteran of this team has been around the block in many Swedish core or Swedish complete teams. And even been here in GamerLegion for a while now, a couple of years. Gonna run out mid, lead his team down to connector. It's a quick A split, or at least they wanted it to be. Flash has to come through. Running up connector, Shalfie's, oh, he saw them on the jump, over the top of the smoke. Jerry even killed the split player. It's all down to Con. They run him down. Nice entry and traded well in a 3-on-3. The short aggro is flicked back for error. They'd love to leave, but that bomb is in no man's land, and Zorti's holding on.
Oh, up and over the stairs. Even having to extinguish the Molotov, but it's done well. It's kept him alive. A missed shot for Zorti and dropping into the sandwich. Oh, the molly does burn him out eventually.
Those 2.
Falls deep over at Firebox. I thought the second one was going to land in the smoke as well, but just deep enough to spread and deal with him.
Oh, okay. Even GamerLegion aren't happy with the way that round went there. They're calling out attack. Maybe it's down to the timing of, I think it was 0 on ramp. They want to figure that one out. He got picked early. It relied on them running through a smoke. Like 3 players jumped through that con smoke, and they even got spotted as well. You know, the most successful T rounds right now for GamerLegion have been these pacey beginnings, be it running through the B smoke with a volley of flashes, or that one, quick up connector, the fast cat takes. The speed has certainly caught forZe off guard. Where they get away with things is when they're given, you know, a bit of respect in these 4v4s, and they're able to aggress, they're able to make calls and stack bomb sites. GamerLegion, their fast rounds have been the most effective, and now we finally have an AWP, so maybe calling something more default. Because again, it's not like the forZe AWP has been a problem for GamerLegion. Now they've got 2 of them as well. Zorti drops under with Jerry. That's one way to deal with it.
That's a lovely little flashbang as well. Em was just so blind. Rusty's dueling for the lower control and even sends that second player out packing.
It's Zorti who's rusty right now. He's missing a lot of sitters. Even in that 1v2, there were chances right there. Couldn't trade onto Rusty out B. Zorti needs to wake up. This guy is the powerhouse of the team. You can't afford to have a slow day as an AWPer. Not in Counter-Strike, not right now. He's at least given the chance to get out and reset back to a bomb site he considers A for a moment, but you can see him on the minimap, he won't make up his mind. GamerLegion are grouping for an A hit. Rusty could even fake out if he wants, but he'd rather just regroup with his squad. forZe playing retake towards A with just this AWP spawn.
Kenzie is about to peek window and hopefully gets this info that mid's clear, because right now Shelfie is the only player at A for forZe. He's going to have to really put up a bit of a stand here from CT. He nails that opener, but even then the rotations are still kind of labored, kind of slow as they start to tiptoe over and now get set up in jungle. There's still a lot of room that GamerLegion can take pretty much for free here. The AWP in CT is the big thing to worry about, and these players in jungle are now holding the line. The double AWP starting to find success. And Zorti, you know, you said you wanted to see more out of him. He's missed a couple of sitters. Well, there in the site take, he's good to respond. He's good to deal with them. And honestly, you know, forZe, they're kind of keep saying it. They're pretty respectful with the rotates, and I think GamerLegion are anticipating that they're going to get fought a lot more than they actually are right now. You know, they were so hesitant about taking A, and who can blame them? Well, you know, it's not every day that it is entrusted to just that solo AWP at CT, especially with a deep B apartments player for forZe, especially with no mid control for GamerLegion, and the fact that, you know, you saw lower tunnels get taken at the start of the round. I think they were expecting a lot more resistance on that A play, and it kind of psyched them out when they weren't getting it.
There might even be like a level of familiarity here that's giving GamerLegion that fear, right? Because obviously they've played a lot of games against forZe in online and cups, etc. So there might be that in play, and I think not all of that, but a lot of that does go out the window. You play very different on LAN, so there's always that detail. Shalfie's second AWPers look solid. Pops off that round with Zorti, both AWPs getting 2 apiece. That's reassuring. But sometimes all it takes is one round to wake up. That's a close connection under the player as they jump out mid and talk about under. They're running through that con smoke right now. Shalfie gets an opener, but Zorti gets run down. No respect from GamerLegion, and Rusty. He's not Rusty right now. He's going to fire off and find 2. AWP sat back in con. B is free, by the way, and they're running amok. This short plant is massive.
Dude, it's ludicrous that Isaac is just here alone with the bomb, but he's going to get it planted. He knows his teammates have drawn rotations away. Now taking market deeply. He needed to win that fight. And with Jerry on the receiving end, everyone else is getting cut down in rotation. It was that short plant as well, and so with the AWP set up here on Rusty, Shalfie does not want to give the round a go. Trying to get out with his AWP, but on the angle already is Rusty with 4. Hell of a round out of this guy, right? Really picked his moment to come alive there and create so many opportunities for GamerLegion. Even if Isaac had died pushing into market, had fallen there with the bomb planted 4 short with Rusty in such a good spot, you know, he was the safety net for the round. I mean, with that, forZe, their money's in a really bad way. Coming in with pistols, armor, and SMG. One M4 for Norway, and he's trying to use it by taking this aggro apartments control.
Yeah, he's had a lot of space here in the past, and again, he's hit a really nice timing deep into B where they actually don't know about it. They're going to check their corners. But no Molly right now coming in here. Rusty's got to do it manual mode. Got to clear the corner. Could flash. Oh, double check. They go back, and they do clear it. Nice stuff. What's he looking for? Nades, perhaps, on the body of Norway? Oh, that's clean. That is very clean. And forZe are panicking now, pushing players back into the B site. GamerLegion don't need to commit. If they get kills, they will, but they won't, so they don't. Going back out under and regrouping with Zero in Palace, the bomb will join them.
Now, he's found a nice gap here. You know, Kenzie's just playing to deny a bomb plant, playing for info over towards CT, but he is getting walked upon, and the jump check for Zero is really nice still. Doesn't make winning that fight any easier, and in the meantime, they're losing teammates. IM's coming on this wrap through the murder hole, and now trying to move back out into jungle, wrapping this stairs up on Jerry. Smoke in the way does make it awkward. Jerry peeking over the top has nailed the shot, and Rusty's got to come up big in the clutch. Jerry won't let it happen, and that AWP finds itself a handful of kills for Jerry.
They didn't take it, they took AKs. I mean, might just be a call from Jerry, but surprised to not see the AWP taken, especially when you have so many AWPing players on this team, or you know, players able to do so. Might be a mid take or something coming up in this next gun round for forZe. Nice shooting out of Jerry. We needed a hero there to save the day after so many kills came down in that B bomb site. Double AK save, last round of the half. Running it down mid, Kenzie. He can smoke himself as well and escape. No pressure in this position. Team got support from under. Shalfie started there. Deck one, error. Very quick. Double trade. GamerLegion, this was a 3-on-5, and they've already put it back in their favor with all this mid control. Sorty still sees nothing in window, but he's getting curious. Kenzie missing a timing. Zero was already deep out ramp, and now the A split's on.
Oh, so, yeah, having to just look everywhere. Kind of overwhelmed by how many angles were open. Norway all alone up the short side. Doesn't check ladder, and it's ugly. But somehow Error's still the man to get the kill. All right, GamerLegion going to win out that first half, but it's still very, very close. Pistol round here could propel one of these teams up into the lead and get them off to a good start. Yeah,
I think a really well-called T-side from Rusty there in that first half, right? They win the half. He has a lot of nice XX, a lot of nice, strats out of spawn that they've prepped, and definitely caught forZe off guard with the early pacing of that game. The pistol loss into a 4-5-1 lead, I think it was. So, slows down by the end, but winning a T-side of Mirage, certainly no complaints coming out from GamerLegion. forZe, now we flip it. Now we see what Jerry is going to be commanding his young'uns to do. Younger team overall on forZe. So let's see, it's actually full Glock armor, not a single nade, unless you count decoys. I don't. Fast over middle, and the rest of forZe running B. What is it with solo B holds today?
Yeah, they seem to love it, but this could be the right call. I know the bombs in apartments. I'm assuming that they wanted to try and get set up in mid for a bit of a B split, but they've just been churned up, and that's going to leave them with only the apartments push. Look, man, that's such a big opener for Norway. The fact that you don't let the B anchor go 1-for-1 is massive. Oh. What if you do more than that? Oh my goodness, he's torn through them, and the market push denies the rotations and has likely just stolen the round away. Phenomenal Glock work from Norway, and it's all left on Zero. 1v3 up the short side. He's been spotted. They know about him. They know he's out on an island. That's clean.
Hello!
Oh, makes it a double. One man left to beat. It's Norway. He opened it up with 3. Needs to close it with magic number 4. Zero's been so clean, but he's running out of time. He needs to get on this bomb, and he needs to just stick it. It's the full commit. Knives out, stabs are in, and just enough time. Norway's gonna steal the round away. A knife kill to boot, lots of money made, and a tie game now.
Zero, what a nice try, but it's 4 kills out of Norway. The 3-on-5 again goes back the other way. Last round it was GamerLegion, this time it's forZe to force it up. That's a sick one from Norway, and very quick to pull the knife as well. Does not hesitate on that decision. I did not have time to either. Instant mid-smokes for forZe in this gun round. And it's a force up from GamerLegion. MP9 up close, Scout firing off at CT spawn. forZe knowing that Scout's firing might want to make a play, but they're hesitant. Waiting to see if someone feeds them, and Zero could. Oh, that's a beautiful kill for Zero. That's an AK dead. They're going to have to commit. They're going to have to try and trade him with the Scout. He's trying to pepper up from spawn, put some salt in the wound. Zero does die. Rotate through the murder hole, and Rusty wins it. That's despicable. Maybe a gun to grab, only a Mac, but better than nothing. Bomb plant going in open. That gives forZe options.
With low HP on Kenzie, you need one of these other players who's kind of out on a bit of an island to win this fight. Like, Norway can't really stay here at the bench. It's out in the open, so he's going to use this veil of smokes to cross on back and rejoin the rest of his team to play around the bomb. He's done well to get himself out of that position. Right now, it's one hell of a hold to get past here at Tetris. You're going to be hard-pressed to do it. The Deagle of IM, good for the first. Spots a second ramp man, but they never knew about Norway. He's going to go out and secure the round. Yes. He's here as the insurance policy, right? That's back-to-back rounds that he's been able to secure for forZe. And unlike that first half, they're now looking to convert upon this pistol.
And always looking really solid, right? His role on CT wasn't fun. It was the B anchor, often just getting solo rushed on his bomb site. Rarely had support. Coming in with 2 key round winnings here for forZe in the second half, and now a full eco. Just some Deagles. Zero picked on that ramp smoke bloom. It's going to divert GamerLegion's attention, but this wasn't an A rush. He's fine respecting that smoke and waiting for his mid players to get set up. Jerry will do so. Out under. Could make the jump. I am getting rushed, and it's not a problem hitting the Deagle. Won't be able to escape with the gun though. That will cost him his life, and Zorti looks to come in on this mid split, just trying to buy as much time as he can. That's given room for his team to get out ramp, and Zorti almost gets away and isolates those fights. I'm not worried yet. The AKs are in the site, and they're here to do business.
Yeah, Errors made noise from CT. I mean, that was like the golden opportunity, was that maybe he had a freebie on the way. Oh. They run him down, they push him, they don't give him the room to just keep re-peeking the CT angle. And so GamerLegion, while there was definitely a chance to make something of this round, it's kind of sailed by now, it's past its prime, and really you're looking for damage at most. Isaac ain't even looking for that. He wants the AK, he wants to hold on to that, take him with him into the next. So Rusty's just here hoping he catches someone crossing out in the open, and forZe won't give him that. There's no reason to. 10 on the board, double digits locked in for forZe. Much akin to how GamerLegion's first half started. If they win this first rifle on the side of forZe, they're good to kind of get this helping hand of 5 rounds, all on the back of pistol and converting, and then winning 1 rifle round. So, that would put them in a really, really good spot. Gonna have the full investment for GamerLegion. Bit of extra money on Isaac thanks to that AK save, and an AWP in play as well for Error.
Is it an Error era though? We'll have to see. And a reset back to 0 from Zorti as he finds that ramp pick off the boost. It was a close peek. forZe now, when they get these 5-on-4s, they really rat it. Jerry makes sure no one oversteps, groups back up. Window smoke didn't go out, did it? Don't see it. Yeah, it did land rather. So they're going to be able to take mid for free. No one here to stop him anyway, just Rusty on catwalk, considering a con in the smoke. A con in the smoke. A smoke in the con, rather. And forZe will trade one out as well. Meanwhile, GamerLegion are trying to pad the B bomb site, but that's not the aim of the game.
Yeah, it's a little spooky. You know, that re-smoking con feels like it's kind of, you know, led to a bit of a misread here for GamerLegion. They anticipated that second smoke to block off connector was to get forZe up short. At a bare minimum, IM's down at ramp, but if he keeps committing to this, he's going to miss all the timings. It's not going to be till that bomb plant sound effect plays over his headphones that he realizes they found the gap. They snuck past me, and GamerLegion aren't even going to give this a go. That at least dodges, you know, we were talking about how if you win this first rifle, you can go 5 rounds up pretty easily on your T side. You won't have that now, obviously, right, with 4 players saving. This is where the extra cash on Isaac actually comes in pretty clutch as well. You can drop a gun for 0, so you're still going to have 4 rifles to go up against forZe. Could just be delaying the inevitable, though. If these T-side rounds keep racking up, you know, the money's going to break eventually for GamerLegion. So they will need a response in this next.
Yeah, this is really methodical T-sides, right? Comparing them, GamerLegion were very spawn strat heavy, execing B, taking quick middle. forZe, they're just working picks right now and running the clock down very, very low. 11-8. And starting to step up and step over GamerLegion. Another AWP. Isaac going to join Error here on the CT side. Immediate mid smokes coming through. Only top mid, but then the window one lands a little late. Error runs in front and dodges the flash. That's a good shot. Catching Shelfie, running it out middle. They're going to try and hit B off the back of this anyway. It was always the game plan. Rusty spotted it, trying to get back to safety, trying to buy time for his team to get in position. He's all alone, pre-firing corners. They run into the spray, but it's only 1 for Rusty. Might be enough given the early 5-on-4 taken. And so forZe with a delayed bomb plant gives GamerLegion time to get poised. 2 from Cat, and 1 from Under now, 1 from Cat, and 2 through Market, but Norway's here.
I like that he's playing the timing now. The barrel that might go sticking out.
Oh.
Zoe doesn't even land the shot. He's ready for the re-swing. All right, only Kenzie left. They've seen him at bench. They've got him trapped. And the Orbs find it all for GamerLegion.
That's sick, dude. That flash does nothing. Even if Norway peeks off of it, he probably still dies because that back AWP was covering for Error to work the site. Really, really nice setup there. Considering it's a double AWP, they make it look good on a retake round.
This read from Isaac and Era, just lovely playing off of each other in the market. Like, you couldn't have asked for better out of the double AWPs there, right? You're dead on. Oftentimes you say, but that's not what you want in a retake. Those aren't the guns for the job. You know, Zoe's missed shot feels kind of like the real crux of the round where it all started to fall apart. You know, if he gets that there, suddenly you're not feeling the pressure to go swinging into market, to ever even take that fight and offer up a second kill to the AWPs. It all kind of crumbles after that fact, and so GamerLegion managed to make the retake happen, stumbling back to their feet. Keeping this a close game after all. Loads of bodies towards the apartments, 4 leaning this way. Is this going to be like the pistol, right? With some players looking to go lower, keeping a kind of triple lean into the apartments. It looked like that was the game plan, but I think Jerry getting put down low, or not Jerry rather, Kenzie leaving mid and actually kind of, you know, exposing that gap, leaving Shalfie to just make noise here has signaled a change in the game plan. It looked like they were just going to rinse, repeat that pistol round. Instead, they're looking for answers over in middle. Shalfie good for the first, and the AWP pixel angle for Error. Gonna nail Jerry. A 3-on-4, late mid control, now the aim of the game.
And look how safe this AWP has gone. It was peeking the deep pixel angle. Now it's back in market. Cool smoke for forZe. They throw that in the corner of the kitchen. What that does is if there's a short player by bricks, they can't actually see the apartment windows or the balcony, and they have to move into the bomb site if they want to help on B. It's all a fake. They're waiting for Kenzie. He's got a lot of real estate up in this connector, but the play you got to worry about is Zero, who's ratting it at the back of the bomb site, the last place that they are going to check, and they don't even have a molly to gamble it. kenzie can't go here. The Orbs are really patient on this CT side. Even that CT peek gets helped out by the smoke. Zero doesn't get seen. Quick kill. Plant cancelled. And he's just waiting for it. No, he doesn't know where to look. Zero doubles up. Okay, the rotate may be killed, but kenzie simply does not have time. 2 will do. But 15 on the clock, and GamerLegion can just tuck in and win the round. Do they want to fight it just for the star points? Maybe, but he won't give them the satisfaction. Orb save, but a round for GamerLegion, up to 10 now on the CT side. And lovely tuck in for Zero. It frees up that heavy B play this time, and Zero doesn't need support.
And I mean, saving the AWP there even kind of leaves you in like this weird limbo economically, right? Where on one hand, you could throw money in now. I think there's 2 players with enough cash to get rifles around this AWP. You could even, have some go down to Galil's. And so it does look like forZe want to take the investment around this AWP. Still has its fair share of limitations. Calling out attack pause beforehand, trying to figure out how they want to approach this, how they want to get as much value as they can out of this AWP.
Let's see. Mid-take perhaps. forZe were doing this all CT. GamerLegion going to throw their hand at it, getting this quick cat jump. Rusty may be smoked off, but just firing shots through it can sell IM's position. Oh, the run boost is a dribble there. Luckily, no one gets punished. Salty gets a chance to repost for Connector. And a re-smoke, perhaps, in the window from T-Spawn. Zero close up on the Palace as well. This is a nice off angle. Very exposed to ramp, but no one here to worry about right now. It's just Jerry solo lurking A while his team take mid, putting a lot of faith in the squad to get up Connector, but this boost up spot for IM is so powerful. Headshot and the bomb drop looking Connector. The intentions telegraphed. Gonna throw a spanner in the works. Zero's gone safe yet again in A. And forZe just trying to get up into this Connector and split the site.
Oh, they weren't ready for IM. Still peeking short. Still looking to get involved. And Zero wins his fight with Jerry. Rusty can't get the first man, who does manage to cross in and deal with Zero under Palace. However, the info's enough. The bomb's out in the open and they swing him together. I do like that when it comes to these clutches, there's no respect being shown. So often they decide the best way to play them is to just fight them, play the numbers game. Play, a 3-man swing into the clutch. Very nice, very kind of reminiscent of when a team like Big, for example, were on their way to #1 in the world. Very, very briefly. One of the things they would always do in clutches is just look to punish that last guy, never give room over. We all have clips we're haunted by where maybe too much respect was shown to a clutcher.
We've all been there. Oh, eco rush on B again. Solo mid for kenzie. He's not going to be able to do much with just a deagle here, you'd think. Shalfie's up in front of the Molotov. Isaac, he's blinded. He's quick switching, but crying out loud. That is not the time or the place. He's going to get overrun by Shalfie. Rusty misses the jump, and kenzie's now position is so much more valuable because of that miss. Hits the shot, and forZe are set up for an eco win. 5v3. GamerLegion can consider going for it, but they need to get the first kill, and they need to get it quick, jumping and hopping away from danger. Shalfie does get shot out, but it's not enough temptation for GamerLegion. They will give up the round. forZe find 12 off the back of that awkward B timing. The reason we have that quick switch for Isaac is because he never knew that Shalfie was in front of the Molotov. He was tucked in that close cubby, so he thinks he has a second, but still his gun really wasn't ready just in time. And a really good flash from forZe as well, just to pop him in the B-bomb site. Lead taken back, but no guarantees here. Timeout called as well. for the likes of GamerLegion. And, you know, we've also got a bit more British representation here in this server. We talked about Mezzi earlier on, but for GamerLegion, it's, of course, Ash standing behind, experienced player. Saw him back in Source prior to a bit of mulling around the UK scene and Go as well, and has been coaching this team for a bit. So definitely a good time for a pause, as nothing worse than losing, you know, just finally getting back on track, equalizing this score after forZe had a good start to the T half, and then getting eco'd. Gonna need some words of wisdom, some solutions perhaps, as we move into yet another full buy with money on the line.
Yeah, it's gonna be super rough if GamerLegion cannot make this round happen, because they're gonna be in like a spot similar to what forZe are actually in the first half, where it's like, yeah, you could side on you know, actually investing, right? But then it's gonna leave you up against 13 rounds, you know, assuming everything goes the way I'm saying it is, up against 13 with like a very weak buy, and then if you lose that, it feels like the game's over. So the easiest way to never even have to open that horrible Pandora's box is just to win this round here and now, and it's a good start, right?
Oh, but come on, we all want to know what's inside the box.
Yeah, everyone wants to know what's in the box, but once you've looked, you know, you can't unsee it, you can't unlearn it.
Oh, but it's so enticing. Will it be a severed head?
It's always a severed head.
Damn it.
Flashes over A, but in reality it's a play up through catwalk into a bit of a B split. Rusty on the angle, doesn't know that a second player is already deep. Maybe that works to his benefit. On the swing, no, he will get caught with nades out. That comes with the missed timing. Isaac's dead as well. Caught by the apartments component of this split. Rotations are now being scrambled over as they try to pad out the site. Kenzie's doing damage. He's even pushing, dedicating himself to this kill. That's actually carved a path back into an A play. Zero was wrapping through T-Spawn, now doubling back into the A site. The bomb is coming in super late. One kill could win the round for GamerLegion. The bomb's coming up into the A site with very little time left. If he dies, that could be the round. Dropped out in the open, and luckily enough, Kenzie's there. Will deliver the trade and saves the day. Zero almost snatches that round out from under their noses, and thankfully, Kenzie was on hand to make sure forZe get that one over the line.
Yeah, 4 kills for Kenzie, and I mean, that was just a crazy round. Norway, he almost dies up in apartments with a bomb solo. If he dies there in the early round, it's already over before it's even begun for forZe. And the back and forth nature, I think at one point in that 3-on-1, they realized, wait, Zero's the A player. We're going into him, and that's why they were so aware about the close ramp position. Think about his spots in this game. They've been under Balk, they've been hiding back, firebox, they've been pushed ramp. They were very aware of that possibility. But my god, again, Zero, he started being, he's going for it. He's been heard running through T-Spawn. It's an A play. Zero wins his fight. Shalvey tries to rush that peak. That's a bit awkward. As now GamerLegion have been given a chance, a red carpet to walk into an eco round. 4-on-3 with a low Kenzie. The hero of last. Norway's deeked out. That bomb goes flying. Zorti, no AWP. He's got to do it with a rifle in the 1v4.
He's getting wrapped in through ramp. Oh, he's seen him now. Oh my god, Zorti gonna try and get out of there, but is hounded down by Zero, who never lets his finger off the W button, just runs at him. And it's a very good decision he made that play. You know, it's another example of them just grouping and swinging in these clutch scenarios, giving the fights over. And you almost see the other side of it there. You almost see those 1v1s give Zorti a clutch. You just know that if you throw enough bodies at the problem, if you put enough men down range, eventually they're gonna have to reposition, gonna have to reload. That was like the big problem for old mate Zorti there. So
the kitchen sink is heavy, Harry. Oh dear, how can he see? How can he see? Zero goes 1-for-1 and calls that the rush on A is happening. This is a triple B lean for GamerLegion, and IM is all that stands between them and the bomb site. He might have to concede the plant here. He's been smoked off over top con. Kenzie, oh, if IM walks through this, he's dead. Bomb plant will be allowed. Nade to try and chip away. IM wins his fight to the Palace player, though. That's something. Kenzie walks the smoke. It's all he had. It's a 1v3 now for Kenzie. The 1v4 couldn't come through last time. Now his chance at the dance that got immediately snuffed out by the AWP, and GamerLegion find 13. What a back and forth game this has been. It's been so, you know, no clear victor. Streaks of 3 going either which way. Money broken. Eco wins. Misreads on stacks. Very fast T-gun rounds indeed. And no winner yet. But GamerLegion certainly favored at this point in the game. They've got an equal score. They've got forZe on Eco. Who knows?
One of Jerry's kind of cruxes is an IGL is sometimes in close games like this, he does struggle getting them over the line, right? Feels like ideas start to run dry, or you try to go back to things that have worked in rounds prior, and it's too little, too late. Flash in the top middle. Lovely bit of aggro out of GamerLegion. Just keeping forZe guessing, right? They're never allowed to get comfortable. You're really conditioning them to play default rounds early and lean away from these executes, right? Because you keep showing a tendency to get aggressive, to try and make info plays happen. Lovely dig for Jerry, all right. We'll deal with the aggro man in mid. The recipient of Jerry's instant messenger. Now leaning back towards the A play. It's a pretty, you know, GamerLegion don't have like many bodies here. There's actually only 0 within the site, but everyone else is so nearby that it can go from a 1-man hold to a 3-man hold super quickly, and it was never even needed to get that far. Lovely bit of anchor work out of 0. Doesn't even break a sweat. And so GamerLegion in pole position now. Tack pause for forZe. They've used them all. They're trying to cook up a winning idea here. But if they don't find it now, they might never find it at all. And they might find themselves dropping down 0-2 in the group.
Yeah, Zero's been really solid on this A anchor so far on the CT side. It's been nice to see, obviously, a player who took, you know, a couple of years out of the game where we just didn't see him play at all, and came back at the start of 2020 with this roster. And well, it's been flying high for GamerLegion. It's been looking pretty good. This, however, is going to be the biggest task yet. Closing onto 15 puts forZe broken, relying on loss bonus and bomb plant money. Reaching deep in the pockets. forZe need this round now if they want to avoid that eventuality. No AWP to do it though. But never a team that's relied too heavy on the T-side AWP. Error just threw a deep BAP smoke on the run. Very nice. Shalfie double entry. The early flash for 0, at least off the kill feed, says it blinds his teammates. Regardless of whether it did or not, it certainly didn't blind Shalfie. Feels like if you're flashing that other spawn, that's a very difficult angle. And the timings could be weird. 0's still here. They know for the flash assist. And, oh, he almost gets 2. That could have tempted them back into the round. IM can stop the plant. Now it gets weird.
Oh, that is such a key trade, and man, I mean, forZe are able to find that. Dude, it was a really nice idea from GamerLegion. I think it's kind of a shame that the flash pop into Palace was so hideous, because the rest of the game plan in that round was super interesting in all reality. You know, they quad lent towards A. It was just a solo man error over towards the B site who throws that deep app smoke on the run up, as you pointed out, right? And what that meant was, you know, he felt kind of more than content just anchoring that side of the map, especially with the deep smoke in so quickly. And then you would have had 4 players to take a lot of real estate at A. And even if the Palace players died in the fashion they did, you were always going to lean into that A play under the assumption that at most there's like one player there, right? And cool. So there kind of was like some sort of fallback there. You kind of entice forZe into a bomb site that's more stacked than they assumed it would be. It just gets unfortunate. You know, if that was like a 2-for-1 trade over in Palace, maybe it had a bit more legs on it there. I really think that
I just think
getting double swept at the start was an ultimate disaster.
I'm sure that works in track or like, you know, they won around with that before, but I feel like the only danger of that is the flashing Palace off of spawn. Sometimes the T's a little late, sometimes they're not instant peeking, they're waiting to hear footsteps. Like, there's so many ways that, you know, I don't think even the team flashes is a problem. I think, like, the T's might just be a second later. That's such a quick play. Zero anchoring again, gets one shot off. Jerry dinked as well. I am smoked out of this round. It's going to be down to Rusty and Spawn. There's again this quick ramp player coming in.
Oh, he's going to hear the apps, man. He's going to hear the Palace player.
Yeah.
Footsteps made.
I think at this point in the game, forZe always have to consider these instant flanks, whether they're coming in ramp running T-spawn or B-apps running ramp. They've been going through all half. So forZe has slowed it down and they're waiting to see.
Oh, I have good timing on the swing, right? Can't quite convert the second kill, but that's a lot of info. You know you've still got a Palace player trapped. You know that bomb was trying to come up A, so at this point, you should be aware.
Did that get heard? It might have made a mini noise cue. Maybe they're just aware of this ramp position anyway. I don't know, but it's scary. They can cover ramp. Dear oh dear, I guess we'll never know, but Chalfie's on one. He's very aware. Rusty can't stop the plant or stop the setup in the post as they take back ramp with two. There's no kit. There's no smoke. This should be impossible.
Oh, Rusty. That's a big kill. But yeah, it's the crossfire between ramp and jungle that's the problem. And with the AWP still so far removed, Rusty was essentially alone in that. Ero was not in a position to help in any part of this round. Yeah. And so he's just got to get away. Got to scurry out of there with the AWP in tow. He is getting chased, and you can't afford to miss these. You've got to get out with the AWP. It's all you're going to have up against 15. That's why forZe are really trying to take it away from him. Goes peeking, and oh no, did not need to take that. Did not need to take that swing. And it's cost them everything heading into round 30.
Oh, that was so unnecessary, and that is worst case scenario. Now you wish you went for the clutch. Now you wish you at least gave it a go.
Yeah, considering he played so safe from the offset, right, was the B lean player in case there was some last minute change, and then never really tried to play into the 2v2, was very much just saying, like, Rusty, mate, see what you can get away with, but it's all on you in this round. I'm just too far away. And then to lose the AWP like that, it just kind of feels like you played so safe and then waited right till the final second to overstep.
He even hit the shot. That's the worst part. You saw the TV broke, just did 80 damage or so. That's a killer. That might be the map for GamerLegion. Of course, these rounds are winnable, but they have no secret trick up their sleeve. They have no surprises in round 30, but pistols and regret. An A stack is nice. The bomb is coming up through connector right now. forZe, though, if they poke their eyes into B, they might see how free this one is. God, that's a dirty entry. And if they run in off the back of that, they get the count. Oh dear, also into the stack. Jerry's looked for an opener. Zero's trapped. That molly might find more than one. The smoke is good. It gives Zero something to move into, but Chalfie overwhelms him. And this is it, folks. This is what it looks like. forZe putting up their first dub on the board. Yeah, you may kill the partner, but good luck 1v5ing. I am dead. And forZe, 16 to 14. They keep it together.
Yeah, they sound elated right now. 1-1 in the group for GamerLegion. Oh, it's going to be remembered as the one that was so close, but ultimately just got away in the final couple of rounds. I mean, dude, there were some really nice notes to look at. Listen to them go.